All right, welcome everybody to the Wednesday afternoon team call. If you were on here a little bit early before we started, you might be a little teary-eyed like myself. I love that clip. One of my favorite all-time clips ever. And the one thing I want you guys to know is that you're all capable of much more than you think you are. And I want you to think about yourself and that player each and every single day, that you can do more than you think you can. That's kind of the speech that I give myself every single day when I don't feel like coming to the game 100%, because I know how it is with life. You wake up. Today I had my pre-workout. I read my book. I journaled. I did my gratitude list. And I took my pre-workout. I still didn't even feel like doing a workout. And I have to remind myself with little video clips like that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys as we got ready to go. Today we have our guest speaker, Ashlen. So I'll give her a proper announcement in just a few minutes, but we're going to go through a couple of things that I want you to have on your radar. First and foremost, we do have the team training website is completed. So if you don't have the link to register for the team training website, please feel free to Facebook me, email me, whatever you need so I can give you access to that. One other thing that I want to go over, and don't let me forget, is I want to walk you guys through a landing page that we have. I'm not going to walk you clear through it because I don't want to take time, but I want to show you a brief little preview of it so you know what we have and how it will work for you. But first and foremost, we have the Transform 20 launch on the 4th. It's just a few days away, about a week away. The Transform launch is available. What that means, the Transform 20, is that the completion packs and challenge packs are available for us as coaches and for our clients and prospects, okay? And those will launch on that day. That's the day that they could purchase them. The steps that come with the package, you can get packages with steps, without steps, are gonna sell out. That's almost a given. So you wanna be talking to your friends and helping them get on board if that's something that they want, and be ready to go for that on the 4th. I want you guys to know that the actual links will be available on the Coach League generator, also in your share a cart, and ready for you to rock and roll on the 4th. Okay, so that's the news about that. I'll show you the Transform 20 page in just a minute that I created for this team to help you know which package to give to your clients. But the next thing I want you guys to mark on your calendar is the Super Saturday in January. It's January 12th. Just make note, though, that it may be on a Friday, it may be on Saturday, it may be on Sunday. For example, we're traveling 3 hours south to Salt Lake City to be at the Super Saturday with Sean T. Normally we'd have one here in our hometown, but because Sean T is only 3 hours away, we're going to be going to the Sean T Super Saturday in Salt Lake City, which is super exciting. So mark your calendar for that day, make plans to go there, but also I want you to set a goal to take 3 guests with you. You should be inviting every one of the coaches you have on your team if you have coaches on your team, but I want you to invite your challengers, your customers, your friends that are thinking about doing these workouts. Bring them to do a free workout with you at the local Super Saturday. That's January 12th. Also, I want to make sure that you get registered for the July Summit event in Indianapolis. Over 25,000 of us coaches will be going. There's super workouts. All the celebrity trainers will be there. There's going to be workshops. We're going to be celebrating the rank advancements of our teammates on this team that have advanced their businesses over this past year and up until May of 2019. We will also be, hopefully, fingers crossed, recognizing Chris Pandolfo as the Beachbody Challenge champion winner. We've been working hard on that this year. He's at 165 pounds lost in 17 months. So cheer him on, share his story. Let's get it out there a little bit more and show the Dynasty Strong team support for Chris and Team 2 Coins as they go for that goal this year. Also, quick recognition, we just finished the Holiday Hustle Diamond Dash bet group that we did, and we had Beth Isbell advanced to, she's 1-star qualification. Also, Kiera Elise went into 1-star qualification, which means they each developed and helped develop a new diamond in their business. Kiera helped Shay Lee advance her business to diamond, and Beth helped Farrell advance her business to diamond. We also have Heather College, who advanced her business to official 2-star diamond. So she opened her second business center over this past weekend. She also earned her invitation to the New Leader Conference with Jeff Hill, Carl Deichler in California I can't remember the exact dates, but it's in right at the beginning of the new year. So congrats on those leaders for advancing their businesses over the past week. So what I'm going to do right now really quick is I'm going to share my screen and show this launch page for you guys. And I'm going to drop the link. Give me 1 second. I'm going to drop the link of where I'm looking into the chat thread so that you can see it. Give me 1 second and it will load. It's being a little bit slow. Okay, we have the Transform 20 launch page. So I'm going to put it in your chat first. And I'm only going to take like 2 minutes showing you this page because we want to hear from our guest speaker, Ashlen, today. So I'm just doing a lot of announcements today so we can possibly make her nervous because she has to wait. Totally kidding, Ashlen. So if you guys check the screen, give me a thumbs up, team, if you can see this screen right here. Can you guys see this? Okay, so this is what I have. I dropped it in the chat thread. I believe I said I did. I better make sure I did. Okay, I did. It's in the chat thread. Copy it and save it. It's also in our team page. But this is, you can find this in our team training website. And for every launch in the future, I'm going to build something like this for the team. What it is as you are talking to your friends, talking to people who've done Insanity or T25 or Size or Max 30 or Insanity Asylum, any of these workouts, these are Shaun T fanatics. They're going to want to do Shaun T's next program. So you really don't need to do a sell. They're already sold on Shaun T. So what you want to do is just find out through the list of your Facebook friends and your Instagram friends who knows Shaun T, who's done a program, who likes Shaun T. And then what you can do is if they're like, oh, I've done Shaun T, I like Shaun T, what you want to do is just send them to this page. It doesn't link to me at all. It doesn't link to any Beachbody coach. It's like not tied to my website, not tied to anything. It's a separate page I built just about Transform 20. What they can do is they can watch a video on Transform 20. I actually just got a recording of an interview with Shaun T that he did that was like 25 minutes. So I'm actually going to embed it in here as well. So we have a little bit more up-to-date Shaun T info, but it's an interview. This is from Shaun T at Summit. Here's the official sizzle reel for Transform 20. There's a little note that if you're a coach, you actually get to join Shaun T's test group, not just a challenge group with you, but if they become a coach or they are a coach, they can be in a test group led by Shaun T. So that's a great opportunity for you to get people interested in the coaching opportunity, even if it's only for the discount. So there's a little bit of details right here about what the program is, and you'll see 2 buttons just so you know what this is. It says, let's get started. Once you do that, it's going to come here, and it's going to help you as a coach. You can either help step them through it by understanding this website, or you can just send them through it so they can know which package to get. But basically, if they don't have Beachbody On Demand, they don't have you've never been their coach before yet, or they don't have Shakeology or Performance Line or anything, that would be considered a brand new customer. So what they would do is they just click, I'm a brand new customer, and it's going to show all the packages, an image with what's in the package and a list of everything in the package plus the price. I listed them from the best value from the top to the good deals at the bottom, which is like Beachbody On Demand, VIP Early Access, Performance Line, for example. This will be the same thing, Beachbody On Demand, VIP Early Access, plus the step. And it has the price for each one. I also have the price in US, Canada, and the UK, just so you guys are aware of that. Every page that lands on that shows the package also has a video on the Performance Line and Shakeology, so they can learn about it as they go. I'm going to go back 1 page. Let's say they're a current customer. It steps them through whatever they have so they know which package is the best, so you don't have to try to figure that out. So let's say Ashlen comes on here. She's my customer. She's on BOD. She would say, I'm a Beachbody On Demand member. She clicks this. I'm not on Shakeology Home Direct. And then it would show all the packages that would be best for someone that has Beachbody On Demand already. They don't have Shakeology on Home Direct. So obviously there's the Shako and the Beachbody Performance Line. Same thing with a step. There's Shakeology without Performance Line, Shakeology without the step and the Performance Line. So every single package that's available, I have listed where they can just step through, like step-by-step, easy, know which program. And also every page also has, when you land at the packages, let's say you say, I am not on it. I do have Shakeology. For example, right here, you can see the videos and then all these transformations as well. So this can help them really see the value. I also set up a page so you guys understand, because at the beginning of this page, I'm going back. It says if you're a coach or current coach, you have the opportunity, if you become a coach or you are a coach, to be in Shanti's test group. I'll show you what we put in here. If they say I want to enroll as a new coach, I put an entire page of a coach opportunity. So what it is it shows, it gives the details of the purpose of the coach test group run by Shanti. But I also put a 10-minute coach opportunity and some basics about Beachbody coaching, 25% discount. And then they can go here and say, show me the deals, find the right package for your coach sign-up process. And a little note that when ordering one of these challenge packs or completion packs, you'll also receive the $40 coach sign-up fee will be discounted or waived, and you'll get 25% discount. So hope you guys can take advantage of this page. Yes, the launch is on December 4th, but the actual program doesn't start, day one doesn't start until January 14th with a prep week that starts on January 7th. So you have from December 4th when it launches all through December to find Shanti fans, introduce them to this page, walk them through, find the best package, best deal for them, and help them get into your challenge group. And if they want to be a coach, into Shanti's test group on top of that. Now that my voice is almost gone from those long announcements, I have one last quick announcement. After this call on the hour at 3 o'clock Eastern time, 1 o'clock Mountain time, on this same dial-in, same link, we have a coach sneak peek led by Hannah Antoniades and Chris Pandolfo. Chris has lost 165 pounds. Hannah has an amazing transformation, a new mom. They're both in the UK, almost achieved the rank of diamond, both of them. They're leading a coach sneak peek right after this call on the hour. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. If you have any last-minute prospects, like while you're listening to Ashlen, text them and say, hey, you guys want to come listen to something with me, and know that that is available for you guys. We'll also have a recording for you guys too. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce Ashlen. I met Ashlen. She lives pretty local to us here in Idaho Falls. She's only like 30 minutes away. One of my friends that I first started with Beachbody in 2012, left Beachbody, went on this journey she's still an amazing friend. She went and got yoga certified. She's doing some other things with her life. But she had a customer named Ashlen. So one thing I want you guys to know about Beachbody coaching is if a coach leaves or quits, the sponsor coach inherits that coach's customers. So I inherited Ashlen as a customer when that happened. And immediately at that time, if I remember right, 80-Day Obsession came out. And so she was in my 80-Day Obsession challenge group, had absolutely amazing results. It's like, I love this. She became a coach. And ever since then, she has been on this coaching journey. She's working on building her team, building her belief in herself. And she's also going to school and studying psychology. So one thing I love is I have conversations one-on-one with Ashlen, and she's always like, oh, this is what I learned in my psychology class. This is how this relates to coaching, or to coaching a client, or to coaching myself, or to this business. And I was like, Ashlen, these are all amazing tips that I think everybody should know. So let's put you on a leadership platform and let you just share a little bit about what you're learning and how it has applied to your own journey, your own life, and how it can relate to coaching. So with that being said, Ashlen, you are officially unmuted and the floor is yours. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
Well, as you've been going on and on, my nerves have been getting higher and higher. So if I seem like I'm a little bit nervous, it's because I've never done something like this before, but I've been stepping out of my comfort zone a lot lately. So, well, I guess I'll start by telling a little bit about myself. I have been married for 5 years, and I just recently had my son a year ago. And so he actually, it was a few days ago, he turned 1. And actually, when I started 80-Day Obsession, so I've actually done Beachbody programs in the past, but I was never able to finish them. I didn't even know about accountability groups. I I didn't know that you didn't have to be by yourself, and I didn't know about this community either. And so when my old coach before Scotty came up and asked me if I wanted to be a coach, I didn't know anything about that, didn't understand it. At the time, I thought about doing. So when I actually got in touch with Scotty, I just had my baby 3 months ago. And I was kind of not in a very good place. I had a really negative mindset, and I was extremely depressed. Looking back, I know I had a lot of postpartum depression. A lot of things didn't go as planned like I had hoped they would. I ended up having a C-section, actually. I had planned this whole natural birth and everything. And then I found out my baby was breached, and it kind of put a damper on my mindset. A lot of my doctors said I would recover quickly, everything would be like good, and then I found out that was not the case. So my 6 weeks, I was so excited to get back into the gym. I was excited to be active again because I'm an active person. When I was 15, I made a decision to start getting into exercise and eating better because I came from a family that was like boxed food, lots of salt, lots of butter, and both my parents were on these pill medications and all these pills, and my family was not in a healthy place. And so I've been trying for so long. I've been trying to get healthier. And so after I had my baby, I was in this world of bliss. I had my new baby, and then it all hit me. 6 weeks came, and I went to the gym. I thought I was going to go running again, and I accidentally tore my incision. Went to my doctor, and they said, "Oh, you're going to need longer than 6 weeks." I was jealous of all my friends who didn't have to have a C-section. They all were up and active again, and they were able to pick up things, and they were able to get out of their house with their new babies, and I was stuck at home. And I resented my husband, and I started to dislike my child. I'm ashamed to say that I actually started to having a baby. I was regretting it. It was my mindset was so bad. It just made me feel horrible, but at the same time, I wanted to feel normal again. And so for a while there, I kind of just went into this deeper and deeper depression. And before I knew it, I got to the point where I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to curl up in a ball at home and just disappear. I just wanted everything to be back to normal. And one day I made a decision that I was not going to take pity on myself anymore. I was done with the pity party, and I was going to change. I was going to make the choice to change what was going on with my situation. And so I did what I could do. I didn't have control of everything. With me, I've learned so I've always been one of those people that's wanted to control things, and I've always wanted things to go my way. But God was telling me, no, there's something else I need you to do. And so I just did things that I could do. And I started to do the little things. I had to modify a ton, and I went to the gym for a little bit. And then I realized that I needed something more. And I saw Scotty had this accountability group, and I saw the community, and I saw people getting results, and I was like, I want that. I want to feel good. I want to feel like myself again. And I really feel that it was calling towards me. It was calling my name. And so I reached out to Scotty, and I asked him if I could be one of his groups. And at first, things kind of were a little complicated. I kind of bounced around, and then finally I was like, okay, I got to get serious. And I finally got into one of his later groups and started the program. not gonna lie, that first few weeks about killed me. And I had to really like go through a mental change. Like my mindset had to change because it was harder than I thought it would be. There was so many exercises that I used to be able to do with ease that I was struggling with, and I had to keep telling myself, you're recovering, you need to be patient with yourself, it's okay. And I had to kind of learn how to love myself and accept what was going on with my situation and just be patient with myself, because I was not going to recover as quick as I had planned. And so I did what I could. And by the time I got to the second phase of the program, I was not doing modified anymore. I was doing like everything. I was keeping up. I had all this energy. I was happy. And like people were asking me like how I could be, like I had new moms that were wondering what was going on. Well, how could I be so happy with my baby? And how was I so happy with my body? Because a lot of moms I was talking to were they wanted their bodies back, and they felt ashamed of how they looked and how they felt. And I had a friend that she said that with her baby, she had felt the same way I was feeling. And I told her that I was working out, I was doing this amazing 80-day program, and I was sharing my journey with people because I felt like I needed to. And so I decided to reach out to Scotty and become a coach. And I've always wanted to help people. I've always had a calling, I guess, to help others. And exercise has always been a big thing when it comes to this calling. And so coaching just made sense to me. And when I joined the coaching opportunity, it was the sense of community and being surrounded by others, because when you're a mom that stays at home all day, it gets kind of lonely. And so I wanted more friends, and I wanted to feel a part of something. I've always felt like there was something more out there. I grew up with parents that told me to go for my dreams, but at the same time, they were like, well, be realistic. Go to school, get a job, have a family, grow old and die, things like that. And for the longest time, that was my mindset. That was the plan. And coaching has opened so many doors and just changed my mind in so many ways. Like psychology, I would have never, long time ago, it was my first choice, but everyone was telling me, you can't do anything with it. And my parents were like, it doesn't make much money, and all these little things that got in my head, and I put it aside. And I was like, well, obviously I can't do that. I told myself I couldn't do it. And so I put it away. But when I became a coach, I realized that there was so much that I could do, and that anything that we choose to do, like anything is possible. Like coaching has like, my mindset is like so open these days. I've started dreaming again. I feel like things psychology teaches us as we get older and become adults is that we see things around us and we absorb things. Like our parents, they're working and they're paying bills and things, and we kind of lose the inner child in ourselves. Like we kind of forget to be curious, and we forget that there's more to life than just working and paying bills. You can have fun in life. And so psychology has really changed my mindset in that way. And one of the biggest things with my coaching journey has been being patient with myself. And how that goes hand in hand with my psychology is when I started psychology, I didn't realize that there'd be a lot of critical thinking, a lot of problem solving, asking questions, becoming curious, and thinking in a different way than I had been like programmed to since I was a kid. And when I started my classes, I looked at some of the stuff that I was supposed to do, and I was like, I can't do that. And it was kind of like with coaching when I started, it was like, how can I be a leader, And so with my psychology, though, I'm learning that when you practice and you keep believing in yourself and you just do what you can and do it a little bit at a time, you can become great at anything, like anything. There is nothing you cannot do. And psychology has taught me that. It's crazy how much I have sometimes I can't even get it out of my, I'm one of those that I think really fast, so getting it out to words is sometimes hard. But with my psychology, so one thing I like to share with people is with coaching is that you're doing the best you can and you don't have to be like that other coach. So there's a lot of people who are taking psychology that are really good at papers and thinking scientifically because they've been doing it longer and they know that they acquired these skills. So with coaching, when we compare ourselves to others, it doesn't help us. It hurts us. We need to be able to focus on what we can do because we each have our own talents and our own skills. And for instance, with me, I remember people. I remember names. And so it's easy for me to get to know people personally. And I've always loved being around people. So when it comes to like talking to people, it's not too hard. There are things that I'm still overcoming, which I feel like I'm getting better the more and more I do the little things. Like for instance, lately I did something big and I've always wanted to do something fun with my hair, like really crazy. But I always I had this mindset of like, oh, people are going to judge me. Like people are gonna, I'm gonna stand out. Maybe I should blend in. And I had this like negative mindset. But recently I came to this thought just one day, came to me. We think that life is long. We feel like, oh, we're going to live till we're 90 or 100. That's a long time. When in all reality, you never know if tomorrow could be your last day. And so I look around and I see family members and friends and I see them and I think, wow, there's so much talent and so much potential. And if they were to get into the mindset of that tomorrow that could be their last day and they were to use their talents and their skills and jump out of their comfort zone and take those risks and those chances, if people did that, our world would be so different. If people would just realize that we don't have a long time to live and we only have a short time on this earth to do amazing things. Like our dreams, you can put it off tomorrow. You can put it off the next day. But what happens if all of a sudden that next day is not there? And so that just came to me a few weeks ago. And it's really changed my mindset. So I've been jumping in and I've been doing and trying new things. And these little things are giving me more courage and more confidence to go for things that are scary. And another fun thing that psychology has taught me when it comes to people, we feel like people are watching us and judging us and that they're picking us apart. Well, it's called the spotlight effect. And what it is it's like you have this giant spotlight on yourself. When in reality, people are actually more focused on themselves. They're worried about what you're thinking and you judging them. We're all worried about ourselves. We're all thinking about ourselves. And so when you start to put yourself in someone else's shoes and start to feel what that person's feeling, think like that person is feeling. So they told you no. Maybe they just had an emergency and they don't have the money because they had to go and take care of this emergency. Or maybe they told you no because they feel they don't have the confidence and they see that you have all this confidence and they think to themselves that I can't do this. And their mindset, it's all about mindset is what I've found on this coaching journey. What you think becomes reality. And in psychology, they even talked about mindset and perception and about visualizing being a big thing, because it doesn't have to be physically there for our minds to see it and to know it's real. Like, our imagination is so crazy, and that's why it's so great to be curious and act like a kid and ask questions and see the world in a different way, which psychology has helped me see. It's made me it's gone from the world being black and white to full of all this color. Like, there's so much about our world that we don't even take. A lot of people don't even take that jump and explore that world that we have. And so I have really, coaching has definitely just changed my mindset, and I would have never ever went for psychology or done the crazy things like change my hair, or even recently I did a modeling shoot, and I always told myself that I was not the right kind of model, but who's to say if you are not? There is no such thing as perfection, and it's all in our mind and how we perceive things. And so.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashlen, so much for sharing that. Is there anything else you wanted to share? Or do you want me to take it over?
Let me see. I have notes. Like I said, I have to have something, or else I can talk forever.
Yeah, that was incredible. So I'll let you look at your notes, and I have one question for you.
Well, I did. So you've been asking me what my why is for the longest time.
My question, why are you coaching? What do you want to happen in your life?
So I have 3 major reasons why I'm doing coaching and why I have not given up. One, I grew up where I had this mindset where, like you said, I said, you live and you die. And I want my son to grow up and to realize that anything he wants to do, he can do. I want my children to know that anything is possible. My second, my parents, they work like crazy. I can see they're struggling with debt, and they have to work extra, and it's ruined this relationship they have with their children because they're constantly always working and they're always tired. And I don't want to be like that with my kids. I want to have a relationship with my kids. I want to be there. I want to be able to go out to lunch with my children and do fun things like that. And then the third one is, when I die, I don't want to die with regret. I want to know that everything I did was everything I wanted to do in life. I want to get to the end of the line and go, wow, I did everything I wanted to do. I just went through my bucket list and just checked off everything. I don't want to have regrets.
I love that. I'm almost speechless. I'm just so proud from when you first started a year with us in one of our groups, and how much you've grown and your confidence. And I just want to say thank you you didn't seem nervous at all. I know you said this is your first time leading a team call. You were amazing. So
thanks, Scotty.
We just want you to know that we're all proud of you on this team. Also, I just want everyone to just really think about some of the things Ashlen shared. I know she talked about psychology and the power of the mind and the mindset and seeing where you want to be. But I always look at it to kind of wrap around and circle to what she said, to really put into perspective things in our lives. Because you specifically talked about being afraid of what somebody might be thinking about us. When all reality, they're worried about whatever it is they're going through their life, and how they're going to get that task done at work, or how they're going to work through that transition of their daughter going from 11 to 12, or how they're going to work through paying off the debt from the recent birth of their baby. Whatever it is, they're more focused on that. And we think the spotlight effect is what you said, I believe. Mm-hmm. We think it's on us. And so I want you guys to really think about that. A lot of the fears that might be holding you back from doing this business, which is super simple, which is make friends, find out what they need, care about them, help them get healthy and fit. Simple as that. really simple. But we're afraid of, are they going to say no to me? Are they going to, is my friend going to think I'm trying to sell them something if I start posting on Facebook? Am I going to annoy people by putting transformation photos? Like all of these things, right? So I want you to just really think about that. What things, and just ask yourself, what things am I am I letting hold me back from achieving the goals that I have? So with that being said, guys, we're going to hop off this call once again. Thanks, Ashlen. Mark your calendars next Wednesday at 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. We have Brigitte Linford is interviewing Shaun T, creator of Insanity and Size. It's going to be our team call next week. So if you love Shaun T and you want to be on live with Shaun T, make sure that you are here on the same link next week at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on next week's team call. See you inside the team page and in our challenge groups. See you guys later. Bye.